Are they going around that side, are they?
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
No. Spell. Chromatic Orb! Blast the one in the middle.
Aye, might as
And
well.
you wait there for a moment. Everything's gone cyan. I'll put it to sleep, okay. Well, that makes things easier. That's just this one. It's 3 on 1. 3 on 1. 3 on 1. There we go.
Done.
Done. And there's the portal back to Lothar. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. He's got were-rats. Let's not mention where we got the skull to them.
I'm gone.
Oh, does it? Oh, this, I hope this didn't have a skull. That'd be really awkward. No, okay. That would have been really awkward. Oh, I don't know where to get a skull from. Yeah, you went past one on the way in. Oh, you're not blocking the way. Matchwalk. I'm just ignoring him. We have business with Lothar. We are expected. Anna, Anna, Anna. That's not the right way, Anna. Anna, Anna. Ugh, some people. Gather your party before venturing forth. Oh no. Where be he? Is he upstairs? And the powers your ear, Chief. Get me out of here. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Is he upstairs? He must be upstairs, because he ain't here. Hello. Well, have you brought me the skull I require in exchange for yours? Not yet. Then go. Okay. Okay, so there is no skull in that casket. What is the meaning of this? The tomb was so well trapped, so well defended from scrying magics, that it was a challenge even for me. There must be some explanation for this, and... He draws out his words angrily and slowly. You will provide it to me. Go through the portal in the chambers below and seek the answer. Oh, I don't want to say that. How could I know? There is some merit in what you say, yet there is something about that crypt that spoke of much promise. I will think on this, and I encourage you to do the same. Ah, brilliant! He turns away and turns back to you almost immediately. Bring me another skull, then, and our agreement shall be as before. Do not try to deceive me with just any skull, either. I am something of a connoisseur. Return to me when you have something of value.
Updated
well.
my I feel stronger.
I feel stronger. Character. Level up. Intelligence! I don't need that. I don't need more intelligence game. Do I put it in? Just put it in wisdom? I mean, the other ones could be useful. I've only got one character point, though. I mean, if I go Constitution, I don't get any new benefit. I don't think Dex gives me a benefit. Let's get everything. Let's get those to 18. And... Bong. Okay. What was I looking for here? Oh, she's Celtic neutral. Lawful neutral. And I am neutral good! With a neutralist party around. Level up. Anna. Oh, right. Oh, no, you don't have any thief skills. Oh, you must be leveling up in fighting. Ah, okay. I say that, I think Morte might be Celtic good, which will mess up the whole everyone's a bit neutral. Some people. Intelligence increased permanently. I have the skull of Suigo, the were-rat dustman missionary. Human skull he's not going to like, but okay. Lothar takes the head of Suigo from you and examines it carefully, checking the teeth. Never look a gift skull in the mouth. Don't you know your proverbs? A dustman, missionary, and spy, eh? This will be satisfactory. His fingers twist through an arcane gesture. Your friend will be waiting for you above ground, where you came in. Have your answers from me. have your answers from me? I have many questions. Why have I lost my memory? Side effect of losing your mortality. I have lost my mortality? What do you mean? Your mortality, your soul, if you will, that which allows you to live and die, is gone from you. It was stripped from you by magical means, by the night hag, Ravel Puzzlewell. Your mortality is the key to your existence. When you find it, you will find your answers. Tell me about this Ravel. Ravel Puzzlewell is an enigma even among the night hags. Some would call her balmy. Others say she plays a deeper game than any can see through. She is evil, through and through, making the fiends you'll see in the area seem positively divine when compared to her. She is out of the reach of men now, thank the powers, for she was mazed by the Lady of Pain. Mazed? How do I find her? Mazes are like pocket dimensions, small places between places. To reach one, you need to find a portal and a key. I do not know where the door nor the key are. Perhaps you should seek some of your old acquaintances. You have certainly left a trail of them behind. They will find you, no doubt. Pray that they mean you well. Perhaps you should visit the Civic Fest Hall. They have many answers there. What did Ravel do?
Updated my journal.
She was a maker of toys and puzzles. A solver of problems that didn't need solving. She decided that Sigil, the cage, was the largest puzzle box of all, and set herself to undoing it. To let in the armies of fiends at her disposal, no doubt. To upset the balance of the city, and turn the entire burg into a charnel house. Pray to any power you hold dear with thanks she did not succeed. I'll find her then, and force her to return my mortality. Farewell.
You know, I've learned some new tricks.
You've already Alright. I assume she now leveled up a thief. And you leveled up fighter, have you? Yep, fighting skills. And you've leveled up in thief, yeah, thought so. 20 points. Do that, I think. I'd almost prefer it if she got to do that herself. Almost as if you were playing with a proper group. Right, now how do I get out of here again?
Done.
Ooh, let's loot his stuff. I'm sure he won't mind. Container is locked. Container is locked. There's no point in continuing. Let's just meander down. Right, I think that's how I came in, isn't it? The ladder. I assume so. Yes, yes it was. Oh my... No, poor Morte. Oh.
I'm gone.
I need to find somewhere to rest more. Actually, I should... no, let's... Hang on. How do I go to dialogue mode? Dialogue with Morte.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
How did you die? No idea, Chief. Kind of forgot when I died. Can't say I blame myself much. At least there was something waiting for me after I died, even if his life is a floating skull. I mean, could have been worse. So what happened to your body? I don't know, alright. It's just gone. Morte glares at you. But don't think I miss it, because I'm happy just the way I am. I don't need your half-wit judgments or snide remarks, alright? Other questions? You're a Mamiya, right? Yeah, a Mamiya is a floating encyclopedia. You put information in, you get information out. What do you know about the Night Hag Ravel? Wow, she's not hag. She's definitely balmy enough to make you immortal, of all people. I mean, she could have chosen me. Morte rolls his eyes. Still, anyone adult enough to lock blades with the Lady of Pain isn't someone we really want to find.
All right.
Yes. I don't even know where I am. That offer insults me and all my best. So let's talk to people. You've leveled.
What is your will?
What is your will? There are things that I would know, Dokkan. I will hear you. Tell me about your teachings. I've read the Unbroken Circle of Zerthman. Have I? No, I haven't. Never mind. Never mind. Anna.
Aye. What is it you want then?
Okay. Oh, hello. Have you heard of an... Oh, I had a question about how you found my body. Aye, what? Well, what you were doing looking for bodies in the pregnant alley? I mean, you were about to creep your way through the tenement, then past the Davos to get there. The place isn't even heavily trafficked as the rest of the hive, so why would you even look there? The rest of the hive is picked clean, it is. Got to find new spots to poach dead as you do. As Anna speaks, you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull, and you suddenly realise she's lying to you. Are you sure, Anna? There must be something in your tone, because it stops Anna's tale dead for a moment, then it resumes a little slower than before. I think. She frowns, she seems a little uncertain. I don't usually go there to scarp deaders, I don't. To think of it, I'd never even been there before. I just kinda came across it. So why did you go there? I dunno, I just did. Lucky for you I did, or you'd still be there. The same crawling sensation as before worms up the back of your skull, and with it comes another realization. Anna's lying, but oddly enough she doesn't know she's lying. Anna, were you compelled to go there? Is that how you found me?
Updated my journal.
Aye, mayhap. She gives a half-hearted shrug. It wasn't one of my usual haunts, but I couldn't help myself. I just wanted to see what was down there that day. And there you were, dead as a timber. She pauses. You were like a lodestone, you were. I don't know what led me to find you. Curious. Have you heard of a night hag called Ravel Puzzlewell? The mention of her name, Anna spits 3 times and makes a semicircle over her heart. Psst! Are you daft? Don't be mentioning her name if you value your life. Why? She's the evilest of the grey ladies, she is. Anna's voice drops to almost a whisper, as if afraid of being overheard. Filthy, mean, and with more power to toss around than some powers. It said she's all a brambles through and through, even a heart. It said you can never kill her, because her body's like a tree. You lop off one limb, and there's always another still growing somewhere else across the plains. You speak as if she's still alive. Of course she is. She has to be. Anna's voice drops again. How would you kill a thing such as her? That's why the lady had to maze her, so it said. Right, let's get going. Right, well, while we're here, we may as well just stand around and read the next bit of The Way of Zerthamon, the Unbroken Circle. Right, unlock the 4th circle. You slide the plates into the configuration Dakon showed you, and a new ring is revealed. The ring carries the same script as you read before, with the same geometries. You know the symbols, and know you can read them. Well, let's read it. Know that the rising of the people against the Illithid was a thing built upon many 10 turnings of labour. Many of the people were gathered and taught in secret the ways of defeating their Illithid masters. They were taught to shield their minds and use them as weapons. They were taught the scripture of steel, and most importantly, they were given the knowing of freedom. Some of the people learned the nature of freedom and took it into their hearts. The knowing gave them strength. Others feared freedom and kept silent. But there were those that knew freedom and knew slavery, and it was their choice that the people remained chained. One of these was Vilquar. Vilquar saw no freedom in the rising, but opportunity. He saw that the Illithid had spawned across many of the false worlds. Their worlds numbered so many that their vision was turned only outwards, to all they did not already touch. Vilquar's eye saw that much took place that the Illithid did not see. To the rising, the Illithid were blinded. Vilquar came before his master, the Illithid Zigitaris, with the knowing of the rising. Vilquar added to his chains and offered to be their eyes against the rising. In exchange, Vilquar asked that he be rewarded for his service. He's going to be eaten, isn't he? The Illithid agreed to his contract. At the bonding of the contract, a dark time occurred. Many were the betrayals Vilquar committed, and many were the people that the Illithids fed upon to stem the rising. It seemed that the rising would die before it could occur, and the Illithid were pleased with Vilquar's eye. It was near the end of this dark time when Zerthamon came to know Vilquar's treacheries. In knowing Vilquar's eye, Zerthamon forced the rising to silence itself. so that Vilquar might think at last his treacheries had succeeded and the rising had fallen. He knew that Vilquar's eye was filled only with the reward he had been promised. He would see what he wished to see. With greed beating in his heart, Vilquar came upon the Illithid Zigitaris and spoke to his master of his success. He said that the rising had fallen, and the Illithids were safe to turn their eyes outwards once more. He praised their wisdom in using Vilquar's eye, and he asked them for his reward. In his greed blindness, Vilquar had forgotten the knowing of why the people had sought freedom. He had lost the knowing of what slavery meant. He had forgotten what his Illithid masters saw when they looked upon him. And so Vilquar's betrayal of his people was ended with another betrayal. Vilquar came to know that when Vilquar's eye had nothing left to see, Vilquar's eye was useless. The Illithid gave to Vilquar his reward, opening the cavity of his skull and devouring his brain. Vilquar's corpse was cast upon the fields of husks, so its blood might water the poison-stemmed grasses. Okay. Let us speak with Dakon about it then.
What is your will?
About your teachings. I have read the Unbroken Circle of Zerthamon. What did you come to know? Yeah. When one chooses to, it's like when one chooses to see without knowing, they betray themselves. When one chooses to see only what is before them, they see only part of the whole. They are blind, and just as Vilquar was blinded by his promised reward, so were the Illithids blinded to the true rising. For when they heard Vilquar's words, they turned their sight outwards again, didn't they? And the rising was free to strike. Know that you speak truly. Vilquar's eye blinded both Vilquar and the Illithids. The tentacled ones thought of the rising to be no more. When the rising occurred, the ground drank deep of Illithid blood. So was victory born from treachery. It is a curious lesson. Why would it be part of the teachings of Zerthamon? Dakon's blade bleeds into a dead night black and his voice deepens for a moment. For a moment you think he's angry, but you're not sure. There is much about the way of Zerthamon and his path that is difficult to know. Do you know why Vilquar's eye is part of the way of Zerthamon? It is part of the telling of how our people came to know freedom. It lets us know that there are those, even among the people, who are not of the people, and that even in the greatest treachery, a greater knowing may be achieved. Very well. You have come to know the fourth circle of Zerthamon. He takes the circle, and with a deft motion he twists one of the links so one of the plates slides forth. He hands the plate to you. Meditate upon its teachings, and the knowing of it shall give you strength. I have no more. Dakon's fingers feel around the edges of the stone circle, and he twists it clockwise, the links clicking until they have settled into a new configuration. He then reverses the motion, resetting the stone. The next circle of Zerthamon is open to you. Study it, then I will hear your words. Very well.
All right.
I want to know where I am. Right, we are in the lower ward. Okay. Right, where am I trying to get to again? Civic Fest Hall.
Done.
Done. Let's see what options are. Gort, Zerb, Thorpe, Xanthia, Sebastian.